Before we look at some more examples, let's review what factors determine the number of tie-downs that must be used. One tie-down for every 10 feet or fraction thereof cargo length. The total working load limit of the tie-downs must equal at least 1/2 the weight of the cargo being secured. The higher the working load limit, the fewer tie-downs you'll need, but you can't use less than the minimum required. Add a safety tie-down if the cargo is not in contact with a header board or other secured cargo to prevent forward movement. A customer has loaded a large crate on our flatbed, and now we need to decide how many tie-downs are necessary. For this load, we'll be using 4-inch wide straps with a working load limit of 4,000 pounds each. The crate weighs 28,000 pounds and is 32 feet long. Let's start by calculating the minimum number of straps that will be necessary. Divide the length, 32 feet, by 10. The answer is 3.2, which we would have to round up to 4. Now, since the crate is not up against anything that will prevent forward movement, add one more strap for a total of 5. The regulations require that our tie-downs must have a combined working load limit equal to at least 1/2 the weight of the cargo. In this situation, that will be a total of 14,000 pounds. The straps will be routed from one side of the trailer across the top of the crate and then down to the other side of the trailer. In that situation, we can count the full working load limit of each strap. If we divide 14,000 pounds by the working load limit of each strap, or 4,000 pounds, the answer is 3.5, which we must round up to 4. Even though the working load limit of 4 straps is sufficient, the minimum required by the regulations is 5, so that's the number we'll use on this load. This load consists of 2 large farm wagons that weigh 6,000 pounds each, and they're 20 feet long. We'll be using 3/8-inch chain with a working load limit of 5,400 pounds. Based on the length of 20 feet, the minimum number of chains on each wagon will be 2, plus a 3rd safety chain. Since the wagons weigh 6,000 pounds each, we'll need a total working load limit equal to at least 1/2 that, which will be 3,000 pounds. The best way to secure this load is to run the chains from the trailer and attach the other end directly to the wagons. In this situation, we can only count 1/2 the working load limit of each chain, and we'll use 4 chains, 1 on each corner of the wagon. The total working load limit of the 4 chains is 21,600 pounds, but we can only count 1/2, which is 10,800 pounds. This far exceeds the minimum requirements of 3,000 pounds. In this situation, we've exceeded the minimum number of tie-downs and the minimum working load limit. Remember, the minimum number is just that, a minimum. Sometimes the best load securement requires that you use more tie-downs. For our final example, we'll take a look at a load of shingles on pallets loaded along the trailer in rows. Each row weighs 5,600 pounds and the total cargo weight is 44,800 pounds. Since this load is broken down into rows of pallets, we'll take a look at each row individually rather than considering the total weight and length of the cargo. We'll be using 4-inch straps with a working load limit of 4,000 pounds. Because the straps run across the load to the other side of the trailer, we can use the total working load of the strap. The minimum required for each row is 1/2 the weight, which is 2,800 pounds. In this case, 1 strap exceeds the minimum requirement. Since the front pallets are not blocked to prevent movement, 1 additional strap must be applied in that location. Edge protectors have been used under each strap. These serve 2 purposes. They protect the cargo, and they also protect the strap from damage when going across sharp surfaces. Also, securement devices should not extend outside the rub rail of the trailer. The driver has placed a 2nd strap over the rear pallets. Although it's not required by the regulations, you can always use more than the minimum.